surviving my 80s. For a while, I didn't know what to say about surviving my 80s because, of course, I may not. But there's a good chance that I will. And there's a good chance because of you out there that have been praying for me and supporting me, and it's made a huge difference. I think that's been my number one way to get well. It's been your prayers and your support, and I just thank you immensely because it has made a difference. God does answer prayer. So I want to thank you. And then also, I have been able to maintain a good attitude because I have a good God and I'm trusting in Him. And nothing is happening to me that He was surprised about. He knew all along, all this pathway that I'd be on. So it's okay. But I'm sorry, I just ate lunch. I didn't realize I have a little zucchini. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, I do eat good. And I just had some garden zucchini and some other vegetables that I just got through eating. Okay. When I found out, and it seems like forever since I found out, but when I found out that I had the 3 cancers, it really, yesterday I was, even though it didn't hit me by too much of a surprise, although I really didn't think I'd have breast cancer. So I was, I guess, surprised about that. But it keyed me up, and so I have had a hard time sleeping during the night and probably took a few more meds than I usually do. But it gave me time to think and to look back and to see my path a little bit. And since bone cancer is a secondary cancer, I've had to have this breast cancer for quite a while. And I've tried to look back and think back. And of course, I don't know when it started. But even when they did the examination, I heard the one doctor say, it just doesn't feel like the typical, it would be a cancer tumor, because mine felt different. But when they did the biopsy and the ultrasound, they could see, yes, I have breast cancer. So it doesn't just turn into bone cancer zip overnight. And when I started having those pains, I'm going to look back, but it was sometime sort of at the same time where we were working with Staples. We were going to do a Staples Day. And at that time, I started having trouble a little bit after that, I think. And I think it could have been as far back as January. I know I haven't felt good at the beginning of the year. So in January, I think it could have started, and all of those pains that I didn't know what was causing them, and they were increasing. They started out like once a week, and then it was a couple of times a week, and then it was increasing. And when I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 that it was 11 to 13, that was the bone cancer pain. And I was doing it without any meds, and it was painful. And when Tom wasn't in the room, I was apt to groan and moan and make noise, but I tried not to if Tom could be where he would hear me. So that's how that's been. I'm not sure how when the lymph nodes get involved, but I did know when I had that pain, they would get involved in it also, and I can feel a lump there. So I have that lump on my lymph node. And So it sort of falls into place. And also I notice that if I eat things that are too solid, there's some pressure that it puts on, and I notice that's when I have to start also reaching for the meds, because it's going to start that pain in my core, because there's something, it hits some of the nerve on the spinal cord somehow. And so it wouldn't matter of what I ate, it was that. And I notice when I eat my fruits are juicy, even the vegetables that are nicely cooked, and even well, anyway, some of those nice vegetables, it doesn't bother me. I don't get the pain. And someone suggested maybe I make smoothies. But you know what? I want to feel the food in my mouth. When you eat, even the sides of your cheek where your food is, it begins the digestive process. And I want that. And I'm not ready yet to go to the smoothie route. I want to enjoy the food. And remember, I've got a video about my protocol, what I wrote down. Well, I found out everything on there I cannot eat because I just don't like it. And one of the foods that are so high in anti-cancer foods is broccoli sprouts. And I put them in my salad. And broccoli sprouts, they're in a container, you take some out, and it fills back up. And no matter, it's like, I don't know, some treasure box that never empties. And so I ate those for a while, and finally I came to the place, if I eat any more of these, I'm not going to hold them down. So as regardless how good it is, there's just certain things, if you can't tolerate them, there's no use eating them. And so I've picked a lot of other things that are super good, and I've enjoyed, and I think they're really healing. I still want to do a video on the papaya because it is such a super king of fruits. So anyway, I just wanted to go back over that and tell you a little bit about my thoughts, and thank you for your prayers and support, because they have meant so very much to me. Also, I want to stress, from July 5th on, I have felt so much better. I'm up more. I even make it outside occasionally. I just feel better. And so I set a goal. My birthday, I'll be 83 in November. I want to have that birthday, plus on that birthday, I plan to make a new goal to see 84. So those are my goal and goals coming up. And I think I'll do it, because how can it not happen with all your prayers? So thank you, and I hope I have some nicer videos coming up. And I just want to say I love you. You are such a support to me. Marie Louise, thank you for being there. There's a new Angelique, I think is her name, in Switzerland, and she's told me about where she lives. I want to read Heidi all over again. I've read it 3 times, but I want to read it again. And just hearing about where she lives has made me, it's just been nice. And oh, I just thank you. I thank you to the new subscribers, but you all of you have been such a loving support. So thank you.